interesting thing is you're not morbidly obese.
Really?
You are super morbidly obese.
Okay.
Fat Families is a TV show which aired in the UK in 2010. It aired on the network Sky One, which I don't know whether that's the UK equivalent of TLC, but this show is definitely giving TLC energy. So normally on my channel, I cover the problematic behavior of participants within the show, such as Danielle from 90 Day Fiancé. But in this show, the problematic behavior is not from the participant itself. It's actually from the host and like the producers of this show. So the premise of the show is pretty much to help people lose weight, and that is aided by the host Steve Miller, who is a quote, no nonsense fat buster. Now I do believe that all weight loss reality shows are discontinued, which I would say I reckon's for the best, because I don't think these shows are the healthiest. I mean, obviously if someone wants to lose weight, that's great. Mocking someone as they lose weight is pretty dog. Like, they're trying their best, they're trying to better themselves, you know. This show is just all round brutal, and that's starting with the intro of the show.
Watch out, fat families. It's time to get off your wobbly bums and melt that lard.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get off your wobbly bums. That's a lot, whoa. And then it just gets worse and more brutal.
I'm in Telford, Shropshire, and I'm about to meet one of the fattest families I've met in my life. This trundling trio are grazing their way to an early grave. Watch out, massive fatties, the lard police are in town.
Then, believe it or not, it gets worse again.
Tanya Cuff, she's the picture of health, and along with husband Mike, they live an active life. Grandparents Anne and Les are fighting fit, and kids Ben and Jacob complete the picture.
At this point, I was a little bit confused. I'm not gonna lie, the whole skeleton situation of them all standing there like is a bit odd.
But in reality, they look like this. The three fattest cuffs weigh a whopping 77 stone between them.
Oh my god, is the only way I think I can describe that, because what? I'm also really questioning what producer or designer of the show was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shrink them, and then we're gonna blow them back up to their normal size, and it is going to be hilarious. At this point in the episode, I was like, I swear, if they have done this to the kids, or if they ever do this to the kids, like, I will fly over to the UK, time travel back to 2010 and punch him in the face. Because I'm sorry, calling kids fatties and making them lose weight in this manner is just not appropriate whatsoever, which thankfully doesn't happen. So I guess they've got a bit of a conscience.
These cuffs just love to be stuffed.
So Steve just continues on with his insults.
But there's a special reason why Tanya weighs a ton.
If I do look in the mirror, I like what I see. I can stand there naked and like what I see. I love my big body.
Now, I mean, we love a body confident, self-loving queen, but I think they did definitely do her dirty with this montage. And also as well, I'm sorry, I mean, live your life, do what you want, but I don't even think that like an Italian supermodel on this bike would make it look good. Like, what was the inspo with this? Why did you think that would be a good idea?
Larger than life Tanya tips the scales at a titanic 33 stone. That's a frightening 22 stone overweight.
I'm not too sure why his favorite insult is Titanic. It's pretty brutal, to be honest.
I'm Steve Miller, full-time motivator and...
A full-time motivator? Oh my god. What do you do for work? I am a full-time motivator.
Former fatty turned fat buster.
Now, okay, I am glad at least that he went through a weight loss journey. I don't really have much information on it, but at least he has experience in regard to this, and that he wasn't just some random comedian that they plucked off the streets and they were like, you look like you know how to tell people how to lose weight, come on our show. No, at least he's like somewhat experienced it, you know?
Too much time sat on their fat bums, that's their problem, plain and simple. If they don't pull out their chubby fingers, they'll be on the way to an early grave. Watch out, cuffs, enough is enough.
Serious talk, what is his technique? He goes up to people and he's like, you fat, lard-filled Titanic woman, lose weight now. It's just like, how successful is that?
Before I can take action, I need to see just what they are putting into their oversized bods.
This would honestly be really toxic, but I feel like a really extreme drinking game could be take a shot every time he says fat or fatty. They could call it the blackout in 2 minutes challenge.
That woman is so fat she can't even walk around the shop. She's actually trapped in a body of lard.
The adjectives that he used are so brutal. I don't understand why he couldn't just say their bods instead of their bots of ugly fat lard. No, don't do that. Can you not, please? He's so brutal. I'm also very confused as to this family's circumstance because he pretty much followed them around for a day and watched them as they ate. So he just follows them around and he's like, they eat a lot.
I've spent a whole day with the Cuffs eating what they eat. Masses. And doing what they do, nothing.
I'm just like, well, this isn't a craft show. Like, what did you expect?
Told these lazy lardies what I think, but to break the habits of a lifetime, they really need to understand the size of the problem. So the next part of my plan is to get them to take a long, hard look at their bodies on screen. It's not going to be pleasant viewing. We're using a tiny camera which lets the family see parts of themselves they've been in denial about for years.
I mean, if it helps, but also I feel like no one really sees themselves from that angle because it's just like, yeah, obviously you've got extra skin and stuff that you wouldn't be able to see underneath, but like I don't look at myself from like a POV up. Like I'm not gonna put a camera below me and be like, oh my god, I look great, you know? The only real instance I can think of with people seeing themselves from that angle a lot is if they do like OF or something, or they watch like a birth video of themselves. Like that doesn't happen. Really.
Interesting thing is, you're not morbidly obese.
Really?
You are super morbidly obese.
Okay.
That is brutal. I'm pretty sure that clip went viral on TikTok. Why did he do that? Like, it's so not funny, yet it also is funny. So they then proceed to do a test taste of fruit.
Get them to start savouring the flavours of fresh food for the first time in years.
Red melon. Oh, they're really sweet. They're lovely.
Do you like it?
You can actually, instead of just chewing it and swallowing it, actually feel the seeds on the outside.
Yeah, great. Good on them. The next part of the show, which I guess is part of the process, he pretty much replaces 2 out of their 3 couches with a treadmill, which I would highly doubt is sustainable in the long run for them.
My team have been radically transforming their pad from...
I would say radical transformation is an over-exaggeration because you literally just moved a couch and replaced it with a treadmill. So then as well, a part of this transformation is that he will watch them through a security camera and ensure that they're using the treadmill and not overeating. Then the conclusion of the show is pretty much he does a weigh-in with all of them and they lose about like 15 to 30 kilos each. Their lives are just transformed forever. Like they are never ever the same again. I might be a bit remiss, but I feel like this was probably filmed over the period of a week, maybe 2, maybe a month. I'm honestly not that sure. I really just feel like you need to do something for more than 2 weeks or a month to really see a change. Something such as this, which is short term, I don't really think it's sustainable and it's really life changing. It's just, I would like to, I guess, get an update from these people now and kind of see whether it stuck, because I feel like majority of cases it wouldn't have, just because it wasn't long enough. I feel like as well, literally all they did was be like, see, fruit's yummy and don't eat as much and we'll put a treadmill in your living room, and then like, whoa, your life's going to be transformed forever. It's going to be amazing. I really hope these people in the long term were provided access from the show to a dietitian at least, if not a PT as well, for like a year or something, so they can really transform. Well, at least a bit more professional guidance than the fat buster being like, get off your wobbly fat bum and hurry up and lose weight. Go. It's like, that's not impactful. Like, you're not doing anything. So this show overall was pretty useless and it did not last long whatsoever. First off, through the host. Second off, because weight loss shows I really don't think work. Now, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If this video does well, I'll make a part 2. Also comment below anything else you want to see on my channel. So yeah.